first thing we're gonna pass today is our Jesse James hideout. Now, I can't actually prove to you that Jesse James had spent any time in this exact spot, but we will not be able to visit our signature today. But I do promise to show a picture of it at the very end of the tour. And really the worst part about the passage isn't that it's so skinny, but it's slanted. And so you're like on your tippy toes, like hitting the wall. Speaking of tight passages, we are coming up on our lemon squeeze. This is the tightest portion of the cave tour. At its narrowest point in the back. Now we're coming up on another very important signature in our lemon squeeze. We have a verified signature by Mr. Samuel Clemens, or some of you may know him, Mark Twain. You'll see in the center of this fiberglass frame, Clemens. This is a verified Mark Twain signature. It's been verified by experts at UC Berkeley, including Dr. Alan Grimmon, Cindy Lovell, and Kevin MacDonald. This is also our most recent discovery in the cave. It was just discovered this last July 26th, 2019.
Wow.
So it was actually Linda Colbert, our previous owner. We just got new owners this last April. And she was going through the cave, and was she surprised that there were more Mark Twain signatures? Well, there are tons of signatures, but that's not really. But the Mark Twain ones, and this one is a big deal. And I wouldn't be surprised if there were a couple more.
Like Philippines, I don't know.
Landmarks to navigate their way. A landmark is just a weird looking rock they give a funny name to, and then remember where it took them. First of these being our alligator. You can imagine the head starts here, the body comes this way, and the tail wraps around the side. Tail, body, head. Now I cannot recommend petting our alligator at this time, however you'll notice he has a very shiny luster up top from the oils in our hands interacting with the limestone.
So people haven't been
Well, it is pretty much a circumstantial thing, but before people would always pet the alligator, and so that's why that's there. Now, just a warning, I will be turning off lights behind us as we go to help preserve the cave. Especially if you're in the very back, try to keep up with the group as much as possible, and I promise I'll do my best not to turn the lights off on you guys. Now coming this way, we are turning onto Autograph Alley. Here we'll see a lot of examples of how people would sign their names in the cave, primarily using paint, candle, soot, carving into the soot, or carving into the rock directly. Up until 1972, I would have recommended that you all also sign your names in the cave. However, now that we are a national natural landmark, that is both very illegal and very expensive. It costs you about $1,000 and up to a year in jail.
Don't write anything, okay? You will go to jail.
Now, does anyone have a guess as to how many signatures they think are throughout the entire cave? Any guesses?
No.
You have an estimate?
Wow.
We approximate that there are about 250,000 signatures in our cave.
Wow.
I don't know who counted them all, but I imagine it must have been a pretty long day.
Post office.
Now, exiting Autograph Alley, you will see our post office here, given the name because of the child-sized door as well as the window with a seat inside. This is where kids would come into the cave to play, and they would leave a slate in the window, signing their names as they came in.
Is there any fans in here?
There are, but there are very few. I doubt we will see any. I've only ever seen bats inside the cave one time, and that was yesterday.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now coming this way, we are entering Grand Avenue. This is our longest stretch of the cave. It goes for about a fifth of a mile, a little over 1,000. They only go just a little bit. So that makes sense. And going down that direction, I've turned on the lights where you can see our Jesse James signature about where it can be found. Again, we can't go back there due to time restraints. It's very tight, but also the signature was written in graphite, so very fragile. There's too much humidity. People rubbing up against it can't enjoy it. Looking in that same direction, I'm turning on another light. It's very bad. It is the time.
You're gonna stay.
That is our Dr. McDowell chamber. If any of you are familiar with a Dr. Joseph Nash McDowell, you will know he's a medical doctor from St. Louis. September 8th. I do now. Good. I lost my wallet for a second. Kind of sit down. I found it though. I'm good. Look at my permanent motion. Very close for it. Now coming this way, we are entering our parlor room. This is the only portion of the tour where you are allowed to climb up on the rocks.
That's why it's so shiny.
Exactly. But do feel free to do so. You can climb up, take a seat, get a picture, do whatever you'd like.
Wow.
Cross number 2. Now if you look up, 2 of the cave's light lines intersect at this point to make a cross. Once you are past the treasure room sign, look back at this formation. It will look very similar to a backwards number 2. So Tom and Huck dug straight down and they found about $12,000 worth of gold. About $350,000 in today's money if you count for inflation.
This is flat.
Roll the target backbone. This is another geological formation called a vertical bridge. You can say as well as spine or vertebrae. I got one. You.
Would be neat. Get lost in that.
8% here. Pure enough to drink water, and that last 2% is frogs, so I cannot recommend. Frogs. Beer frogs. Go to the bathroom or frozen waterfall. As well as our rainbow grotto, which has all kinds of caves natural minerals in one spot. Those big calcium calcites that have ETL cave on it, and
That's the fish that
Boleh juga Pak. Yung uwi juga pa rin mo. Parang yung kandila yung buruk.
Mau je.
Pagawas mo no, dapat ambon ko pagkakas sa atas. Hindi, pagawas mo na ito. Basig ko anan kay kanin.
This one's pretty cool.
remember this way, this is our marriage corner. We have had 8 weddings on here. On previous in 2006, notable in 2003, we had 2 tour guides. Matt from the job, and Mary. Now we can check out on our tour guide couple of you down on that next year about fans of Marvel Bacon, Rocky Road.
Nabasaan. Okay lang.
As you can see, our doors are there.
Isha?
Maybe I should have drink water.
Mother. Paano mong sugat? Ay, anak ka.
We're back. This is our discovery entrance. So we can feel it from outside. That's where Jackson's dog was doing this part of the cave.
Steven!
Now it's time for us to finish on my favorite part about the